Da 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 da! What's my good cheer? Welcome, everybody. Let's give YouTube a couple of minutes, get those notifications out. In the meantime, if you've never popped into one of my lives before, hi, I'm Cindy. I explore the inside and the outside. And oh my goodness, I have been on the inside today trying to get up and get motivated. I know you guys hear me say this word try, but I truly do try in that little bit of movement that I can do for myself, that I can feel good. And it's not just in about accomplishing, but sometimes it's just in a nice meal or a nice outfit or a bath, great content. Oh, you guys, this past week has been the most incredible content coming across my path. Content where, sometimes I usually get a little bit of a hit on everything because I'm very specific, about the content that I take in, understanding that, there's a lot of stuff online and it's up to me to decide what I'm going to allow to influence me. What am I going to trust? Because this is my life, right? And, being in the moment, the season that I'm in, right? I'm doing the very best that I can in utilizing the resources available to me in order to compound some amazing, detrimentally important, right? For my movement. And, I do believe such great lessons that it's important, I think, for everybody. You know, I have been digging in quite a bit, but I sometimes get a little bit of bored in the repeat of all. But that is the signal. We were talking about this last week. When you start getting bored, when you start slipping back into those ways that you're getting distracted, and that's just saying that you have expanded in what's been coming across your path, and it's time for new content, which is exactly what I asked for, and I do believe that's exactly what I've gotten. My lessons have been so interesting, and I feel so privileged because a lot of it is content that I've never come across before, but also what I'm noticing, a lot of the content is compounding in some of those ideas, some of those beliefs and understandings that I have taken on as my own. Those perspectives, those right perspectives are those lessons that we have now taken on as a part of our understanding, right? The perceptions is the process of learning, right? Where we're digging through the content and, right, we're seeing what we resonate with, right? Because whatever lessons we need is going to come to us. So it should come to us in a way that we feel comfortable, where we feel like we're at home, where we can see the presentation that we can, right, in our hypervigilance. We want to, especially me, it's why I love YouTube, because I need to see it, right? I'm scanning. It's just something naturally I do. I've had it since I was a little kid. I'm sure if you're hanging out with me, it's something that you do too. And we all do it at different speeds. I try to take my time, right? Cuz for me, I will tend to sway to the negative edge before I would sway to the positive, that this is going to be good, beneficial, true. I can trust this. This is going to be good for me. This is going to be good for others, right? And I tend to sway the other way, because I'm such a realist. And when I see something I've never come across before, I've never understood, right? Like, right? Sometimes it seems far fetched. It seems so out of reach and unbelievable because, again, it's something we've never come across. And we can make rash decisions in those moments when these topics come across our paths and not even give them a chance. And they could be the most impactful lessons ever. And like I tell you, I've been getting such crazy, amazing content this week that I'm getting hits from everything, like everything that's coming across my path. But again, I could choose a different piece of content, but going back to the idea of why I love YouTube so much. One of those things, I was working in my calendar a little bit today, and I was working on a little bit of business plan, trying to make what I find to be so enjoyable, right? I'm supposed to love what I do. I've had so many jobs in my life that I've loved, but have gone soured or again in getting bored and comfortable. I needed to expand and go, right? That it would be really wonderful if I could step into something that I chose, that, I feel connection to, right? In these new understandings that have given me such a great opportunity to create something like this YouTube channel. I am so proud of it, but not just proud of it, but proud of me because it's through the lessons that I've gotten. And again, being in that season that I'm in, right? I didn't have those resources for mentorship and coaches, right? Seminars and workshops. Though I tried, I got a couple in, but they're very, very expensive. And, again, when you're going to spend that kind of money, you want to make sure that, you're feeling out the creator, the thought leader, right? That person that you're going to allow, that you specifically chose to imprint and to influence you, right? So we have to take our time in that, and we could rush through it and we could say, not a chance. That's so far fetched, and not even give them a chance. And like I said, I'm such a realist, but I tell you, I have my own deck of cards here. They're not tarot cards, they're just powerful words, right? But I tell you also that this idea came from a couple of the ladies that I follow